Hello everybody, my name is David. I'm Ray's older brother. I'm really putting this message out on behalf of Janice, Troy, Ray, Luke and Stephen. I want to tell you a few things about your dad that you possibly, in fact I'm sure you don't know about, but you know Ray, you know your dad, you know what he was like. But I'm going to tell you a few things that you probably didn't know. Now, one or two points. In 1955, when my family emigrated from Tilbury Docks in UK to Melbourne, we were on the ship for 4 weeks on the SS Strathnaber, which was a wonderful voyage, wonderful. Ray, we were about 4 or 5 days out, and there's a daily bulletin board is put up on the deck, which people go and peruse and see what's going to happen, the events. And there was a little item there which had been circled of a mysterious young youth who was going swimming on the outside swimming pool, which is illegal. You're not allowed to do that at 12 o'clock at night. They didn't know who it was. It was dangerous because we're a moving ship. There's no lifeguards. There's nobody there. However, this went on for a few nights. And the captain and everything was concerned about this. However, a few days later on, Mum and Dad come to the conclusion that this was Ray. Knowing the fact that Ray couldn't swim, we were alarmed. So they took away all Ray's swimming togs, thinking that's the end of the problem. Days later, on the bulletin board, comes across another message. Who was the naked, brown, skinny Adonis that was swimming in the pool at 1 o'clock in the morning? And every morning after that, they still didn't find out who it was. But it was your father. And this is how your father learned to swim by himself at night, dangerously in this swimming pool. Right, that's Ray's one thing. That's Ray. The second incident I want to tell you about, you may not know, in fact I'm sure you don't. When I was in the army, I bought a car. I only had it for 4 or 5 months because I hated driving and I got rid of it. But anyway, I was come home on leave to Mum's place in Geelong, and Ray was there, and he says, come on, it's a hot summer's day, let's go drive me down to Queenscliff and we'll go for a swim. So off we go. Ray and I went down to have a swim down at Queenscliff for a few hours. On the way back, Ray says, David, can I take over and have a go learning before I get my licence? In a few weeks' time, I said, reluctantly, I said, okay, but don't speed in. So, all right, we swapped seats. We're going along the road there, and then there's a car coming up behind us, and Ray puts his arm out and waves him to pass us. So the driver politely starts to go past us, and as he got alongside of us, Ray puts his foot down the pedal, and off he shot. And of course, the driver had to drop back. Further on, I was going nuts at Ray, and Ray was just giggling and laughing. So I said, don't you do that again. So anyway, he waves on the car again. So the car comes along to pull alongside. And next thing I know, he puts his foot down again and off he goes. This time, however, the other car kept up with us. And as he was going past us, we both saw the man put his policeman's cap on and flagged us down. Well, by this time, I nearly put my pants. I was really terrified. I said, my God, what's going to happen? And Ray said, settle down, you'll be right, I'll fix everything. With that, got out of the car, he went down to talk to the policeman. I couldn't hear what they were saying, and they were talking for about 10 minutes, and they were laughing and whatever, and shook hands, and then he came back in the car, and the policeman went away, and I said, what on earth did you say to the man? Oh, it's all right, everything's sweet. I just told him my name was David Walsh, and I wouldn't do it again. And so that was it. So I didn't particularly like that particular incident, but Ray just thought it was huge fun. But the clinker to the story is, a few weeks later, Ray went to go and get his licence. Back in those days, you had to have a policeman in the car with you. So he went to the police station. The policeman came out to get into the car and got in the car with him. And guess what? It was the same guy that Queenscliff Road he'd played chicken with. The guy looked at Ray and says, don't I know you? Haven't we met before? And Ray says, oh, yeah. Remember? You pulled on with my brother David for speeding down Queenscliff Road a few weeks back. Oh, so I thought I recognised you. He said, well, David and I look very much alike. And that was it. Anyway, he went out with the policeman, come back, and he got his licence. That was Ray. Now, the third incident, again, you wouldn't know anything about this. I was on leave again from the army, and it was summer. And Ray turned up at Mum's place, and he was, by this time, Ray was working for a market gardener in Grovedale. And part of his job was to deliver all the market produce to the different outlets around Geelong. So he says to me, why don't you come with me, keep me company? I says, oh, okay, that'll fill in a few hours. Before I could get out into the van, Mum pulled him to one side and said, look, David, we're very worried because him and Faye are getting very close together and we're a bit worried about what might happen. I says, sure. I says, you've said something to about, what, the birds and the bees? Mum says, no. Oh, she says, please have a little word to him, suss him out. So she made me promise that I would. So, all right, we went around and we did all these deliveries. The last delivery of the day was way out of town. It was at the Geelong refinery, down by the wharf where there was a ship. We were taking veggies out to the ship. So we're talking about it, and I broached the subject of sex. And so I said to Ray, and he started laughing. He said, oh, yeah, you're great, hey? And I said, you're au fait with everything, aren't you, Ray? You're not being stupid or anything. Oh, no, I'm fine. I said. He says, I know what to do. He says, my mate told me everything about what to do, what not to do. I said, oh, did he? And what was his advice? I said. Oh, he says, well, he says, very simple, really. First time in, I pull out. No problem. But the second time I stay in. And I said, why? Oh, he says, because whatever's down there, he says, it's too weak and you can't do anything. Nothing's going to happen. Woo! And so with that, I start to give Ray a bit of a pep talk about what he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. Blah, blah, blah. However, to cut a long story short, I'm back in the army. I don't know where I was, somewhere in or other. And a few months later, I get this phone call from Mum. Guess what? Faye's pregnant. And I said, oh. I said, so obviously your dad took his friend's advice over my advice. So here you are, Stephen. I'm sorry, but that's how you came about. Now, finally, I'd just like to say on behalf of my family and I over here in New Zealand, I'm sorry I can't be here for it, but I haven't seen your father for over 40 years, and my one regret is we never got together. We nearly did in Tasmania, but things happen. But one day I hope to get to meet you, Janice and boys and Stephen and everybody. If I get over there, or you get over here, better still. But all the best anyway. I know it's a sad occasion, but think of all the happy things. And whatever you do, remember, your dad is going to be watching out. And he'll be wagging his finger at you. Maybe chuckling, but he'll be wagging his finger. Thank you.